Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Jordan, also known as JMonster, and today we're going to be looking at the House of Fingolfin for the purposes of the RP. So, as usual, we're going to jump into the tiers, do a breakdown so that you know what is what and what can fit into the 60-30-10 split that we've talked about quite a lot over the course of these videos. So, talking about the lower and mid-tier units, those are Herdsmen, Sentries, and the Herdsmen of Hithlum here as well. These are all of your mid or lower end picks, with I think the Marines of Vinyamar also being a mid-tier unit as well. So you can mix them in with your 12 if you so desire. The Pikes are really nice. The Herdsmen, super cost effective and a nice early game unit. And the Herdsmen of Hithlum are really, really nice to have as well. With that AP and that high charge bonus, they can be used in a lot of different ways. Next we have the high tier picks. Those are the Bladesmen of Baradithal, Blade Masters, Armitar, Harumatar, and yes, the Lancers of Anon in Galuth. So you can bring all of these in some permutation of 6. So the House of Fingolfin is a little bit interesting in how they can do this. So you could bring 2, 3, 4. You can mix that in 3 to 4 units of Baradithal, and then you've got 2 other slots left over that you can fill in with Harumatar or Armitar or some cavalry or whatever. You are going to have to make some hard choices with the House of Fingolfin, because if they were to be able to bring everything, they'd be extremely powerful. So, yeah. Let's break down their high tier as well. Let's finish breaking down their high tier. You've also got the Arqueni Findicano. They are the legendary company. That's how you got to build them. You can only bring one of them. So yeah, you've got to make some pretty strong choices. I don't know. I'm having difficulties with my brain today. School's really getting to me. You have some tough choices to make with the House of Fingolfin, but you also have some really high tier units available to you. So yeah. Next up we have the Bodyguard tier, and that's probably going to be really obvious. Ailimo and the Sons of Húrin. Pretty easy picks there. And then their artillery is the same, so you just treat them like you would normal artillery. They take up mid-tier slots. You can bring up to 2 of them, and you can mix and match from these 3 options here, depending on what you feel that you need. So yeah, let's take a look at a potential army composition here. You could bring double Ailimo. You could bring double Sons of Húrin if you wanted to. Let's go for a bit of a scary rush army here. The focus is pretty heavily on the Edain. There's 3 there. Let's take 3 Pikes, 3 Bladesmen. That's 3, 6. Gonna bring 4 Marines of Vinyamar. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we've got 2 other options here. Why don't we bring a couple of catapults? Why not? Why not indeed? And from there, we can bring 3 Lancers. Soften our enemies up on the approach with the catapults. You have a reliable reserve of these Herdsmen of Hithlum here that you can fall back on. You've got a whole bunch of Marines of Vinyamar. Maybe we even want to go for an extra unit here of the Herdsmen. And then, because you can buy chevrons when you purchase units for the first time, give yourself a solid core here of Edain. These lads can upgrade their attack, which is nice. There you go. A nice little rush army. It's got mid-range support. It's got a solid core of both elven and human infantry. You've got 2 locked morale, very deadly berserker units. You've got a lot of cavalry, and you've got some catapults as well to soften your enemies up on the approach. If you wanted to only bring 2 units of the Lancers and you instead wanted to bring some of the Arqueni Findicano, also an option for you if you want to switch things out a bit. If you wanted to go with less infantry and still bring the Arqueni Findicano, you could obviously get rid of the Bladesman Baradithal. But I think that this is a potentially very scary combination. It's got pikes, it's got anti-cavalry, it's got a whole bunch of shock damage, and then you've got a decent amount of the harassment javelins here as well, and 2 very strong bodyguard picks, in addition to the catapults, who are going to have some additional Bladesmen of Baradithal to the tune of what is the equivalent of a 4th unit of these Bladesmen being brought to the field. So I think this is a really nicely balanced army. I think this has probably given you a pretty good idea of what the House of Fingolfin is capable of, and some of the choices that you will need to make in order to balance things out. But in any case, my name is Jordan, also known as JMonster. Hopefully this was helpful for you, and I will see you guys next time when we take on the House of Fingolfin. In any case, take care everyone. Bye!